Hello dear fans, friends and subscribers, this is your host Ram welcoming you to your daily edition of the Cricket Happenings show today. And on this particular Cricket Happenings show, well, we are going to have a look at day 4 which finished at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium, Abu Dhabi. What a reply when one is wondering whether Mahela Jayawardene, the new Sri Lankan batting consultant, had something to do, because England, probably Pakistan would have thought that, after their showing against recent past, we saw that they did well against Australia and New Zealand when both toured in the United Arab Emirates. And here, Pakistan, who probably they scored 523 for 8 declared, and they would have thought that that was enough for them, would have realized to their utter chagrin that England have really put up a great reply here, as today is the 4th day and England finished at 569 for 8, and they have already taken a 46-run lead on the 4th day. And this was led by none other than Alistair Cook, the English captain, who I would say missed a triple century because it was a good pitch to bat on. And Alistair Cook went on to make 263 with 18 boundaries. Now, what Alistair Cook has done, he occupied 836 minutes at the crease, and now he is the one, as far as English Test history goes. Alistair Cook has gone on to a great thing here of occupying the most occupation at the crease. The previous record was held by a former Pakistani great batsman Hanif Mohammad, and that has been broken today by the English captain Alistair Cook. And Alistair Cook, in English Test history, now has played the longest innings in his career. And as I said, in England, Alistair Cook is the first person who stands on the top of the list to have stonewalled. And what an innings from Alistair Cook! Very patient. He kept on sowing the seeds. He kept on sowing the seeds, and finally got a rich harvest of 263 runs with 18 fours. Joe Root also played well. We saw Joe Root playing in a very adventurous manner. A lot of cuts, pulls, sweeps, reverse sweeps, and a lot of innovation. He contributed 85 with 7 boundaries. Jonathan Bairstow making 8. Wahab Riaz was bowling, pounding in. He was bowling pretty fast, and he got the wicket of Jonathan Bairstow by getting a furious delivery, fast delivery into the pads of Bairstow. He was gone for 8. Ben Stokes entertained as he normally does with his aggressive stroke making, 57 with 7 well hit boundaries. Butler contributed 23, 2 fours and 1 6, and England, at close of play, they lost. Alistair Cook was out for 263, 18 boundaries. Shoaib Malik getting his wicket, 569 for 8. And going into day 5, England have taken a 46 runs lead in the first innings. We all know it is going to be a tame draw, but one thing that England would be happy about, and I'm sure Mahela Jayawardene would be happy about, is that England have taken the lead. As far as the bowling is concerned, it was Wahab Riaz who took 3 for 116, and Shoaib Malik not only did well with the bat previously, but now he did well with the ball too. 35 overs, 4 minutes, 97 runs and 2 wickets. So England really done a great job here in usurping the Pakistani total in the first innings and taking a 46-run lead. So the 5th day's play is going to be, we all know it's going to end in a tame draw, but one has to really wait and watch whether England can England will try to make some quick runs probably, but they only have the tail. But as you know, England still have Adil Rashid and Broad, and both are all-rounders, and Adil Rashid is making his debut. So I would reckon that probably one should give it 1 hour, and we will see Adil Rashid and Broad going after the Pakistani bowling tomorrow, first up in the morning on the final day, and then probably eke in another 100 and probably right now they are in the lead by 46 runs. So I reckon if Stuart Broad and Adil Rashid could play some good strokes and probably go for the Pakistani bowling tomorrow, which I'm sure they are going to do it, because to put some life into the match, and probably even if England goes to a lead of 100, we know cricket is such a a game of gross uncertainties. You never know. So, but they can just just try to probably pressurize Pakistan, but it's not going to happen, we know. But you never know, because it's the final day of the pitch. There will be a lot of wear and tear, and the spinners could really be someone who could really play a good part. So, but I know probably 200 runs one could say, but 100 runs wouldn't be. But one does not know. Just to breathe life into the match, I reckon that tomorrow Adil Rashid and Stuart Broad will really go for the strokes against Pakistan bowlers, and it will be interesting to see. Well, now getting away from here, now let me talk about the match between West Indies and Sri Lanka. Well, West Indies in fact conceded a big lead today. They couldn't even breach through the follow-on mark, because they had to make 284, and Angelo Matthews decided that he will force West Indies to follow on. In fact, West Indies' first innings today, they were wound up for 251. The effort from Rangana Ahir, the left-arm spinner, bowling magnificently, 33 overs, 9 maidens, 68 runs and 6 wickets, enabled the Lankans to bowl out the West Indians for 251 in the first innings. As far as today was concerned, Darren Bravo was the one who was the solitary scorer, the highest scorer in fact. He was the only person who got to a 50. He made 50 attractive runs with 8 fours and 1 6. And Marlon Samuels was out for 11 to a ball of Herat. Then Blackwood played a shot which he should not have played. What caught by Sirivardhana was bowling a first half for 11 with 1 boundary. Ramadin contributed 23 with 4 boundaries. Jason Holder started off in an aggressive vein when he went after Damika Prasad, but Damika Prasad was too smart for him, and after getting hit for 2 consecutive boundaries, he took his wicket. Kemar Roach played a very sedate knock, one could say. He really occupied the crease to make 22 with 1 boundary before being stumped by Pereira of the bowling of Herat. But for as far as West Indies were concerned, the tail was the ones who actually helped West Indies to at least 251, with Jerome Taylor and Devendra Bishu trying to play their strokes. Jerome Taylor ended up with 31 of as many balls with 4 fours and 1 6, and Bishu cracked 23 with 4 boundaries. 251, as I said, Rangana Ahir was the man who did all the damage, 6 wickets for 68 runs. Ably supported with Damika Prasad with 2 wickets and 1 wicket apiece to Nuwan Pradeep and Tarindu Kaushal. As far as West Indies were concerned, in their second dig at the close of play, they mustered 67 for 2, but it's a long haul for them because they still need another 166 runs with 8 wickets remaining. It's quite a possibility that they can actually clear off the lead. But again, the ball is turning. Rangana Ahir will prove is going to be the nemesis, no doubt about it. Stumps on day 3, that was the situation. 67 for 2 West Indies in their second day. The first wicket was claimed by Milinda Srivardhana on his debut, first getting his maiden test wicket there when he had Shai Hope clean bowled for 6 with a spinning delivery. He was gone for 6. Brathwaite made 34 with 3 boundaries before Rangana Ahir came in and picked up his first wicket in the second innings here, when Brathwaite was all LBW for 34. And finally, Darren Bravo with 20, where he showed some aggression by coming down the wicket and spanking 2 sixes of the bowling of Milinda Srivardhana, was not out on 20. And Devendra Bishu, the night watchman, was sent in. He was not out on 6 with 1-4, and West Indies were 67 for 1. So that is, as I said, day 4 is something that West Indies would definitely have to tackle Rangana Ahir if at all they have to. That the first goal would be to wipe out the 166 runs. They still have some good batting to come, and they would hope that Marlon Samuels, Blackwood, Ramadhan, Holder, everybody comes to the party. I mean, everybody contributes, and also they would hope that the night watchman could frustrate Sri Lanka tomorrow in the morning, that is on the 4th day, and also Darren Bravo continues to play in the attractive manner that he did. It will be interesting to see what really happens, but I'm sure it is West Indies who are having their backs to the wall right now, trailing by 166 runs. And the last match that I'm going to look out in a very brief manner, it was the first one-day international between Afghanistan and Zimbabwe had a very easy victory over Afghanistan, as Afghanistan were rolled out for 122 in 34.1 overs. As far as Afghanistan were concerned, the highest scorer were Najmullah Zadran with 25 and Dawlat Zadran. So the Zadran brothers getting 25 apiece and 23 from Mohammad Shahzad. Other than that, none of the batsmen could get into double figures. And the bowling, well, Wellington Masakaja, the left-arm spinner, taking 4 wickets for 21 runs. Chisoro making his debut, taking 3 for 16. And Luke Jongwe chipping in with 3 wickets for 16. Zimbabwe cleared it out in the 24th over, with Mutabami making 30 of 35 balls with 5 fours. Chibaba making 58 of 69 balls with 4 fours and 1 6. Irvine was not out on 20, and Mutamboji was not out on 18 to take them to victory, and that was all over. So this is a 5-match one-day international series which is happening between Afghanistan and Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe have taken the lead 1-0. Well, dear fans and subscribers, that only allows me enough time here today, not much. I'm really short of time here, and that really sums up my cricket happening show for today. Hope you all liked it, and see you with more cricket happening show tomorrow. As we all know, dear fans and subscribers, Saturday is always a late night cricket show where your host Ram will be there to dwell on the cricket happening show. Till such time, I'll see you tomorrow on a Saturday. This is your host Ram signing off. Thank you.